Okay, good. Fantastic. So welcome to your Lenses Call. Welcome to your Lenses Call, beautiful people. I hope you are well. How are we? How are our lenses? Who's doing their Who's doing their lenses every morning? And who's loving their lenses? Who's hating their lenses? Who's in resistance? The resist dance to their lenses. It really is a journey, isn't it? It really is a journey. It is so that. Yeah. Good. Okay. Fantastic. So, let's get started. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? So, get your lenses document if you have them, if you have it printed out. You can access it on the screen, but I'm also going to be sharing as well. Dinna worry, as they say in Newcastle in England. Dinna worry. Dinna worry. I will be sharing my screen. So I will. So, how are your lenses? How are they? It's always a great milestone, anchor, but that's not the word I'm looking for at all. It's always a great indication. That's it. Not a complicated word to remember or forget. It's always a great indication as to really, are you in your power in your life at the moment in terms of how the lenses are going? How the lenses are going. You know, I do see that. I do be seeing that where when someone is in their power, they're rocking it, they're creating what they love, and they're sustaining. They're also doing their morning routine, which obviously includes the lenses. I've been having both a lot of fun with my lenses and really having juicy experiences and really keeping myself on track, even when things are difficult, challenging, lots of momentum. Because remember, the size of your vision. If you've got an amazing um, a vision that you love, a vision that you'd love more than anything, then there's going to come up a lot of resistance. Resistance will pop. So, and that's why it's so important to direct every level of your consciousness towards what you do want to create. What would I love? What would I love, Good. Hello again, beautiful. So yeah, so let me share the screen and let's tell all levels of our consciousness from this next 7 days where we're headed, what we'd love to create. So let us there we go. Share screen. Okay, should be able to see. Can everyone see the choices? So we're going to go through. Can you see? We're going to go through your orientational choices, and remember, these are not things that you can tick off like your other choices. You can all of your other true choices are things that you can tick off. You'll know when you've created them. They're tangible. Your orientational choices, which we all share, are telling each level of your consciousness, your superconscious, your unconscious, and your self-conscious, that this is the direction I'm going. This is where we're headed. Because remember, all levels of your consciousness want different things. Your superconscious just wants experiences. Okay? The unconscious wants quantity. It automates, uh, you speaking, you driving a car, etc. And the self-conscious, it wants quality. It wants a perfect life. And can you get how these different levels of our consciousness because they want different things, there might be like an internal battle often. So that's why we have these amazing morning routines, because we're going, hey, all levels of my consciousness, this is where we're headed, this is where we're going. So let's do that now. I choose the end result of a life I adore. So I need to just choose to step into that end result. And it might be easy for you if you imaginatively draw a golden circle and define that as you live in a life you adore, and step into that end result. Step into that end result. And as you step into that end result, you be it to see it. Just notice what you're feeling when you've created this. What are the emotions of this end result? What are you? Joy, excitement? What are you feeling? Just notice yourself, just see yourself really experiencing that, living that life. You have this life you adore. Love it. Love your life. What's happening? What lets you know that this end result is true? You might want to write that down. Just notice. Nice. Feels good. Why not ramp up that emotion, that feeling? Just noticing, feeling that magic feeling. What it's like being, awakening every morning and having a life you adore. Just being grateful for that. Loving that. Nice. And then just notice some details about that. Maybe who's with you, where you are. What's different in your life? What are you loving about life? What are you so grateful for? Nice. And now just choose to step into the end result of you being the predominant creative force in your life. You are the predominant creator and you're creating what you love. So just really notice. Notice how magical life is when you're 100% responsible for everything you create. So there's such a juiciness in that when we realize that we're creating it all. We're creating it with our focus. We're creating it with our actions. This is true being in our power. You're clear on what you'd love and you're creating that. So how does that feel? How does that feel as you are this predominant creative force in your life? Just notice you're really experiencing that. What lets you know that this is true? What lets you know that's true and ramp up those emotions? Like, what are the feelings that you're feeling? Bliss, joy, gratitude, excitement, maybe ecstatic. So just notice and just ramping up those feelings. You are the predominant creative force in your life. Now, let's mosey on into you choosing the end result of being vital and healthy, of being vibrantly healthy, of having health and vitality. Just notice what life is like. You are healthy and vital, brimming with energy, sparkling. What is it for you? What are you feeling? What are the emotions of this end result? You might even notice that you're doing some actions that you don't do now. Ooh, interesting. More yoga. What are you noticing? So really see yourself experiencing this. Like, how is it to go to bed at night having created this choice? How does it feel to awaken in the morning? Even I've even worked with people that have been diagnosed with cancer or other things, and I think any health professionals, maybe there's health professionals on the call or on the replay, you'll back me up when I say at any point in our lives, on any day, there's always some percentage of ill health or dis-ease. But what percentage are we focused on? Are we focused on, the 5%, the 10% that might not be well in our body? Or are we focused on the 80%, the 90%, the 95%? There's always a percentage that's out of balance. Are we where's our focus? Like any of the choices, where's our focus? Are we focused on the healthy, vital, excited, vibrant part? So just notice how it feels to be vibrantly healthy. And what lets you know that this end result is true? What lets you know that that's true? So just writing that down. Or yeah, comment in the chat box. You're vibrantly healthy. I think this is one of the most important things because when have you ever been, well, of course we've all been unwell, but what I notice is that when I'm unwell, the only thing I wish for is vibrant health. And I always remember that I forgot to be grateful for my health before I meal. So, like, let's big up the gratitude. Big up the gratitude for the health that we do have. And if you are suffering, if you have got something going on in your body that, maybe you've got stuff going on, but what area of health and vitality are you grateful for, or energy? What lets you know this end result is true? Choose the end result of being healthy and vital. Now, let's mosey on in to the next one. I choose the end result of living my true nature and purpose. What are you feeling? What are you feeling when you're living your true nature and purpose? What's happening in your life? What's happening in your life? How are you loving it? Just notice yourself experiencing you living your true nature and purpose. What lets you know that this end result is true? That you're living your true nature. Sorry, yeah, that you are. I thought I got confused on the choice we're in, but I didn't. You are living your true nature and purpose. What lets you know that this is true? Okay, well done, everyone. How was that? Who feels more sparkly? Who feels, what was that like, that experience of just revisiting your orientational choices and really getting in that end result? It is. It's like a rebirth in each one. So let's experience your true choices, beautiful ones. So if you're new and you haven't got your choices, then just think about what you'd love to create in 6 to 12 months. And if you have got your choices, I'm just going to give you a few minutes to, like we did with your orientational choices, just to really get in the end result of each one of your true choices. And I recommend that you have no more than 6. And some people, when they're starting out with this work, they actually just only work with the orientational choices. Really nail those. And it's a powerful thing to do because you're changing the habit of a lifetime. Lifetimes. We're moving from being a problem solver to being a creator, from being a victim to being a creator. I just want to share a quotation with you, actually. I've had this on my whiteboard for a few days, and I thought I'd share it in an interview the other day, and it didn't come up. But it's from the amazing book. Who's read Dr. Stephen Covey's, oh God, what's the name of the book? 7 Habits for Highly Successful People. I think it's, the last time I checked, 20 million books were sold, but it's one of the, I think it is the most successful, popular business book. But I've been reading The 8th Habit. Yeah, The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People, or Highly Effective People. And I've been reading The 8th Habit, which is a new book. Well, it's not new, but it's been out a while that I've been reading it. It's taken me ages to read it. Actually, it's amazing and chunky. And this quotation I got from the book last week. I know, I love it. The dude is Dr. Stephen Covey. He's amazing. I've been sharing his quotations recently because he keeps, I think my phone is bugging me, but of course our phones are bugging us. Siri is listening all the time. But ever since I came across this quotation and it just really resonated with me. Dr. Stephen Covey's quotes have popped up on Facebook constantly. I've been sharing them on my Create a Life You Adore Facebook page. So if you're not following me on that, follow me on that. And this is the quotation. Victimization gives your future away. Isn't that amazing? Victimization gives your future away. So flipping amazing. And we see it all the time, don't we? We see it around us, and I'm guilty of it at times for sure. But yeah. So, sorry, how are we doing at our true choices? I've been warbling along while you were in your true choices. Give me a one in the chat box if you're ready to move on. I'll give you time. But just, yeah. Give me a one if you're ready. I'll give you another couple of minutes. All right, so bring that to a close. Your true choice is beautiful, you lot. Beautiful, you lot. Beautiful beings. Beautiful beings. Okay, so let's Look back at the past week. So, what went right? What went right? Looking at the last 7 days, what went right? Feel free to comment in the chit chat box because it helps to spark other people's memories. Because often, we don't think that maybe doing our meditation was something that went right. That went very right. So, what went right? And this is not about giving yourself a hard time either. This is focusing on what went right. So, what went right? Because it's so easy to think about the things that maybe mucked up. Like my mind instantly went to a tech issue that we had. Um, but what went right? What went right? What went right, beautiful you? What went right? Oh, I love that. You went on some juicy dates. Love it. Created new clients. Beautiful. So, what went right? So, you could bring that to a close. Love it. Oh my God, the dance of my life. I love that. What went right? Beautiful people. I love it. Well done. You finished your thesis. Very cool. Well done, you. Okay. So, next, what were the actions that made the biggest difference? What were the actions that made the biggest difference? What were the actions that made the biggest difference? I hope my drinking water and nibbling cacao seeds, cacao pods, whatchamacallit, isn't really loud. What were the actions that made the biggest difference? Morning routine, early nights. I love it. Well done. Starting your morning routine the night before. When you have an early night, it's just glorious, isn't it? Intention setting has been really big for me this week. Set the intention and then let go. Yeah, gratitude is huge. Huge, huge, huge. I don't know anyone who I look up to and admire that doesn't rave about gratitude. Beautiful. Well done, everyone. So lovely just going through these, isn't it? Creating, and I honor you all for creating this time, whether you're managing to make the call live. I know in Europe, Friday night isn't the best time. We might change the lenses time or day at some point in the future. Let us know what works for you because we're here to serve you. So whether you're here live on the call or you're watching the replay, I honor you. I honor you for creating this space for yourself, for your growth, for your flipping magic. Yeah, well done. Love you all so amazingly. That's the wrong word. Love you all. I noticed someone recently using the words love you all deeply, which I thought was a nice. I'm not sure it's me, but I love it. So bringing that to a close, the actions that made the biggest difference. Where do I need to refocus? And what action will I take to ensure I keep focusing on my end results? Where do I need to refocus? And what action will I take to ensure I keep focusing on my end results? This feels really poignant for me at the moment, just because of some glitches that happened last week. I learned, oh my God, don't we learn so much? We love learning. Thank God we love learning. So where do I need to refocus? What action will I take to ensure I keep focusing on my end results? One thing that I'm getting here that I just wanted to share is, for me, the early nights, so that I'm giving myself a chance to get up really early in the morning. Because I went through a phase of having 7 a.m. meetings every single weekday morning, and it was incredible how much I created and done by 11 a.m. because I was already up and fed and watered and lenses and morning routine done. But then the other side of that is to really just switch off and stop work. One thing I started to do this week was to close the loops of, at the end of the day, writing a list of the things that I wanted to do the next day so that I didn't have I need to reply to that email hanging over me. Does that make sense? So I created a new Google Doc and, I don't know, it was entitled something like, I can't remember, focus on today or focus on or things to do or something. It's new. I have a day file which I keep all my notes in for things I want to do, just notes and stuff. But this was a new document, and it was so that I could just totally switch off at the end of the day. And I for a few days I stopped notifications coming up on my phone, and I didn't look at my email, so that my body knew you've switched off, you've relaxed. Because I do what they call deep work during the day. I'll put my timer on for 1 hour 22 minutes, and I'll have no uh, distractions, no phone, no email, nothing. And I'll just focus on some aspect of my work for that time. And then I'll have a 10-minute break and then back in. And that allows us to access this magical state of flow. Actually, maybe flow would be a good topic to cover in one of our group calls. So, as important as really focusing and working, what's also important is that real deep flipping relaxation, switching or beach time, whatever, forest. So, where do I need to refocus? What action will I take to ensure I keep focusing on my end results? So, bringing that to a close. Now, let's look at the week ahead. So, what could I do this week to move towards my end results? What could I do this week to move towards my end results? Oh, I've got headphones on. I can't. I thought I saw birds out there a moment ago. Oh my god, I can see some now. I've got headphones on, so I can't hear them. So I'm glad you can. I love hearing bird song. So, what could I do this week to move towards my end results? What could I do? Excuse me. What could I do? And when you finish with that, what will I do this week to move towards my end results? So, what are you committing to? What are you committing to? What are you committing to, beautiful, beautiful people? Okay. Give me a 1, please. If you have finished that. Okay. Who would love some Respark? Who would love a bit of a Respark today? Rewire those neural pathways? Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Let's do it. So, excuse me. What would you love? What would you love to focus on today? So we know you've got all your choices, your true choices, your orientational choices, all the choices. Choose one. We want to get that tension, baby. So what would you love to work on, to focus on today? What would you love? So choose one and just step into that end result. You've already created that. How does it feel? What's happening in your life? How are you showing up? What lets you know that that end result, that experience has been created, that it's true, that it's you've ticked it off, you're living it. Just notice how delicious is it? Maybe you didn't even believe it was possible, and now it's a done deal. You've created it, you've ticked it off. So just notice, how does that feel? It feels so good. What emotions are you feeling? Joy, bliss, gratitude, ecstasy. Turn it up. Make this a full sensory experience. You're looking out of the eyes of the person that's created this. What is it like? How delicious is that? So that's your point A, your end result. And now, where are you now in relation to that? And what's playing out in current reality? What are the doubts, the fears, the beliefs? So remember, resistance comes up when there is a beautiful, a big desire. So what are the beliefs? Not good enough, I have to be perfect, I'm not capable, I don't belong. What are the beliefs? What's popping? So just notice that now. Just notice. How do you finish this sentence? I would love to create that. I would love that, but what are the negative thoughts and feelings? What would someone have to believe to create the current reality, that you have? What would someone have to believe? And now, just notice, if you put all of that resistance in an imaginary bubble and give it a number from 0 to 10. 0 is no resistance at all. I'm creating, I'm taking action, it's happening. 10 is the most resistance you can imagine. It's like walking through treacle, molasses. Very, very hard to take any action to create it. What number would you give it? And let me know in the chat box. And so what number resistance? 8, 5, 3, 5. Low numbers, a lot of no numbers today. So, and the number doesn't matter. So please give me permission to connect with your superconscious. Superconscious, are you there? Well, hello, superconscious. Superconscious, we got these juicy end results for everyone here on the call live and for those on the replay. Beautiful, beautiful end results coming from the heart. These things that our heart and soul want to bring into being. And we've also got resistance. We've got broken agreements. We've got negative thoughts, feelings, the beliefs that we're not good enough, we're not worthy, that we don't belong, we're not capable, that we need to be perfect. Can you please tag and treat and do a massive change history, and everything is needed in the perfect way, in the perfect order? Thank you. So just notice what you notice. Focus on the breath. Thank you, superconscious. So we've got body systems, chakra, heart chakra, throat chakra, all the chakras, especially the heart chakra, front and back. Allowing ourselves to receive. Any resistance, any sadness around, any emotions rather, like grief, anger, sadness, regret, shock, any unworthiness. So in terms of the body systems, so we have the chakras, but also all the glands, pituitary glands, pineal glands, and the meridians. And we also have events past, present, and future. Please tag and treat and do a massive change history, and everything is needed. Thank you. Well done, everyone. So please, let's do a little check-in. I'll go back in, but let's just check in. What was your first number and where are you now? Ooh, that was big and juicy in the field today, Matt. That was big, 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 big. Okay, we have some more resistance to let go of. Let's get you all, let's set the intention to get you all to 0 if that's true for you today. Okay. So let's go in. Please give me permission again. Thank you. Thanks, Superconscious. So this end result. Can you please tag and treat, do a massive change history, and everything is needed around part personalities? We've also got family pattern, the DNA. So we're focused on this choice that we'd love to create. So any other resistance, whether ours or carried through from ancestors, can you please tag and treat and do a massive change history and everything as needed. And I see this metaphor, I see this vision of a little pussycat. And this pussycat is so comfortable in their skin, so happy with their heart, just playing. Very wise pussycat. And we all have this inner wise part of ourselves, sometimes that we ignore or we abandon or we don't trust or we don't believe in. And that wild, wise, innocent pussycat is got the energy of a tiger. It's got this drive and this power within us to create what we love, taking one baby step after another, constantly creating what we love. Because as we know, the intuition informs us on a need to know basis. The ego wants to know the full picture. It wants to know what we're creating at every step of the way. But our intuition only informs us on a need to know basis. So we have this inner playful pussycat and this powerful, strong, raging tiger, bringing those energies together in our hara. And as we breathe deeply into our hara, we're activating whatever power animal works for you. I'm just using these animals today for the sake of this metaphor. So, related to this metaphor, superconscious, please tag and treat and do a massive change history and everything is needed so that we're always taking those steps, believing in ourselves, loving ourselves, listening to our inner wisdom, connected with our inner wisdom, and fucking loving ourselves. Please do a massive change history and everything is needed. Thank you, superconscious. Oh, thank you. Said superconscious, please ground all the memories we touched today back into the matrix of the universe. Memory 1, superconscious. 2, the unconscious. 3, the self-conscious. Thank you. Hey everyone, gently open your eyes, come back to us. That was powerful, I thought. I loved that. Thank you all for being here. What was your first number and where are you now? Well, we got to 0. Oh my god, it's lashing rain. Yay! Good. Lots of intention setting for 0 and lots of tick that off. So be gentle with yourself. If you feel emotional or you've been yawning or maybe tears have come, just be gentle with yourselves. We're in a huge flipping transition period at the moment on the planet. Love you too. Love you. Oh, I love you. Oh, so much. So have an amazing week. Do your lenses. There is no coincidence that the people that are rocking it are doing their morning routine in their lenses. And I will too. Up at 7 a.m. every weekday morning this week. But I'm going to play and kick back and have an amazing weekend. And I hope you will too. Love you all so much. It's fine if you've still got a little bit of resistance there. You dropped tons. So well done. See you next time. I love you all so much. Bye, beauties.